I start. Is Google group here? Google. Ethic. Google. Okay. Ethic. Yes. Okay. 3D printing. Wearable computer. Wearable. Okay. So let's choose intuition sequence based on random generator. Okay. Have a seat, please. Now. Do not sit. I will give you minus choco point. It is possible. Friday request allow. So Google, you are number 1, Ethic is number 2, SAS is number 3, 3D printing number 4, self drive number 5, and wearable number 6. Now rule is I will generate random sequence number 1, 2, 6, and then let me test it. It's not real. So if you get the sequence, there is a 1, 4. So 1 is the Google. Google has a choice of their sequence. And then next one is 4. 4 is the 3D printing has a choose they can do. So that's the rule. Any question? No question? Okay, can you put some sounds so I can give you actual sequence? Can you give me?
Number 6. Third choice.
So number 1, Google. Thank you. There is a Google group. You have choice. You can be first one, second, third, sixth. You can choose the sequence. You late on the topic. Second?
Yeah, just a second.
Yeah, go ahead. Second, okay. Google is second.
So can you repeat your instructions again?
You have also my paper. Oh yes, it's done. Yeah, you are second.
Yeah, okay. If you have the
And now number 5 is self-driving car. Self-driving, you have choice. What is your
priorities.
First. You want to go first? And number 6, wearable computer.
Number 3.
Sir. And number 4 is 3D printing. You want to go first? Number 2 is ethics.
Yes. Second,
Ethics. Sorry.
Yeah.
Ethics in the. No, you have no choice. Your choice is.
I have a 6. 5 or 6.
The second.
1, 2, 3. 5 or 6.
Five. There's not.
Services, software service. You are number 6. I hope you like it.
No.
And we have guests, so because your presentation was very famous, so there are several guests come from. There are. Can you give big hands? Yeah, there are. I didn't bring any chocolate because students will spread. So. And now I know you know the sequence. So here is a line of topic. Photographers, Keep your class photographers. Class photographers.
I will take him notes today. I will take him notes today. No, second notes today.
No notes. Okay, so, yeah, those photographers. No chocolate. Because others will give it. Thank you for volunteering again and save each photo in JPG or image file, right? Do not save it in the Word or PDF, which make me very difficult to select photo. Submit the photo by May 5th. If you miss this deadline, there is no bonus for you. Because main purpose is in the next class, we will share that photo. So I need time to select the photo. And so submit to the class photo folder by May 5th. This is extremely important. And please take both presenters and also those audience, right? So you have privilege, walk around, get the best shot. Do not sit down, just walk around. And as I told before, capture very good moments. When they are napping, it's good moment. When they are napping, and close up, please, single person or two people or group of people, especially during break time. Yeah, take a photo of group of your own photo. And so this is not a good photo. And also, if you capture whole body, I understand your wish, but it's not good because to share this one, you just focus on face. This is not good. Not trying to capture whole body, just capture the torso part. This is good. And everyone, it is possible your photo is missing in the class photos. To prevent it, if you submit one big smile, one something funny, post it, and then I will select at least one of them so that everybody can. And if you practice, if you prepare to practice slow. Submit now. This is which team? Ethical issue team, they did 5 times the rehearsal. Very good. So you have my guarantee. And your report and presentation slide should be submitted to the discussion board. Let me check whether everybody submitted. Post it, please.
Discussion group is still. Let me do it. I do this. We should pause the right. No.
Let me check whether this is actually good. Post final project and slide here. Only 3 group. Come. Self-driving posted. Report, okay. Self-driving car group, you got 1 choco point. Yeah. And computer wearable. Report. And also post the slide.
I'm doing it, Sarah. Don't.
1 choco point and Google presentation. Yeah, 1 choco point. Submit to the email. Did you post it now?
I'm posting it now. Give me one.
What is your group name?
Ethical issues in IT.
Ethical issue also get 1 choco point. Okay. What happened? The other group?
No.
Let me check.
No. It's doing.
No, class.
Yeah, SAS.
Why didn't you submit report here?
I'm doing now.
Okay, great. And also 3D printing. Post here, please. Okay, and everybody, once finished, I will invite you coreb.com. So coreb.com Kim7 and write the constructive written comment for presentation group. So even presentation group can participate in this written comment. This is cheer up, so don't criticize. Find the strengths and then we will invite you go to the detailed assessment and survey. And this time to not evaluate your own group. Not evaluate your own group. If you evaluate, I will give you -1 choco point. But for others, evaluate in 3 areas: interesting, easy, and informative. I think I open. Why don't you go to the detail now?
It's optional.
Hmm?
It's optional.
What's the option?
Evaluating is optional or it's mandatory?
Mandatory. It's your evidence of your attendance. So if you miss this evaluation, you will get penalty. It's evidence of your absence. So let's go to the. Let's go to the assessment and go to the survey. And there is a currently practice topic. So why don't you finish this one? Now. So if you open it, then I think it's I better open it. Student. Then there are 3 questions. Presentation was interesting. You can choose 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 is very good. Presentation was easy to understand. And third one is submit this survey. This is evidence of your attendance. So you need to complete 5 survey, not 6 survey. Your presentation. And practice law you submitted. So these 2 things, written and survey. If I forgot, please remind me. And in case of peer evaluation, you can download form from ChocoPoint form folder. So download it and write your group name. Write your group name and today's date and your name, then list of other your group's name and distribute 100% based on their contribution. So if you are in the 7 people group, can you raise your hand if you're in the 7 people group? Yeah.
Yes.
And if you think your group member equally contribute, assign 16.7 and start from there. Yeah. Deduct some and add some, so make it some as a 1. 8 people group, 11. Assign 14.3. Then if you multiply 7, it will make I need 3 timekeepers. 3 timekeepers. Please volunteer 1, 2, 3, and so in your case 5 minutes. So after 25 minutes, show everybody. So
After 25.
yes. And so photographers, can you take photo of him? And 1 minute. So Who was the?
My side, from this side, Professor, from this side. You got it.
From this side, Professor.
You got it.
Professor, we didn't get it.
Yeah, but you didn't raise your hand.
They.
You didn't raise your hand, so forget.
So, yeah. Okay, you are stopped.
All right.
After 30 minutes, wait my signal. Don't show this one.
All right.
If presentation interesting, I will. If it is boring, I will give you signal. Then you must stop there. Take photo of the.
If you.
Okay. Bring it behind your head. And if your group present, you have to pass it to somewhere else. Why don't you keep this they can get this.
Next one.
So everything is checked. Every driving car, please come forward and let's take a be prepared. When you are ready, let's take a group photo. Left driving car.
How many pictures are we taking? How many pictures are we taking?
Then just remind, we forgot.
Oh, there's a dog. On Zoom. Looks like my dog.
Several of us are.
Yeah, looks good. And that's just. We don't know. It tastes like water.
That's gross.
That is the. What kind of owner? One. I like, I have like a medium.
Evaluation.
That's a thing,
We are third, no?
Goes back.
Yeah. In line with the song tonight.
I think it will be useful.
Now, what do you mean? It's now started.
No, just.
My dog looked like an asshole. No, he watched it, but good at
So you're driving.
Well. 20 cents. No. It won't train zero. They start 12 days. Beat the village. So much. Oh, yeah. No, yeah.
When you got money,
Yeah, told me about that. I saw her, it's up good. You need to take a printout of this. No, that's smart.
Oh, bhai.
No, this time we have the least market share, but our balance scorecard and our over. We need to take the raise. Market share. Well, that's guys, and we're making profits. So
We got mad.
he doesn't- all of this, he's just scared about how you bring them to
Self driving car, can you line up here?
that last time.
Self driving car, can you line up here?
Raja 2.0 here.
You don't touch the smart board.
Oh, I see. Can you?
The picture. Smile. Yeah, that's a good quote.
Wait. I want to, the background should be the.
Self-driving cars.
Don't touch the smart board.
Okay. So. Say cheese.
Nice.
And do something. What do you want?
Something funny.
Drive the car. You have self-driving car.
Stop driving, yeah.
You don't touch it. It's me. Thank you.
Yeah. So first, the self-driving car, can you give big hand? You don't need. Any practice? Guys, can you give one more time? Please?
Ready? Just a sec, I don't know.
Hi, everybody. We're going to talk about self-driving cars today. So to begin, we're going to go through an intro, spot major players, why managers need to know, our recommendation, and future trends. To begin, we're not going to tell you about self-driving cars, but we're actually going to show you a video of it happening. So self-driving cars are advanced intelligent car technology that primarily removes the need for human participation. So there's about 5 different levels. 0 is the humans driving the car completely, and level 5 is the human does not need to interact with the vehicle at all. It's different than advanced driver assistance systems, which some of your cars may have that today. So that's lane assist, maybe automatic braking and those kinds of things. So AI powers the systems combining massive volumes of data with machine learning and neural networks. So we're going to quickly go through some strengths and weaknesses of self-driving cars. So some great strengths are improved safety. So 94% of accidents are human error. So self-driving cars can reduce this by 90%. Also reduce traffic congestion. This is pretty cool. So self-driving cars can actually communicate with each other. They know how far apart to have each other, and they can also send you the best route. Increase accessibility. So of course, people with limited mobility and elderly people can now get around easier with self-driving cars. Some weaknesses, it's very expensive. So a self-driving car can be about $250,000. There's also the moral machine dilemma. So a self-driving car lacks the ability to make judgments between 2 unfavorable outcomes. So, you know, if there's 2 outcomes, one is to hit a motorcycle and one's to hit a truck on the other side. Yeah, which one is the vehicle going to do? Another thing is machine error. So it doesn't prevent accidents. I mean, it does, but there's still other risks like software failure and things like this. Some opportunities. So software development, so anti-hacking and data production will be required because it is just filled with huge volumes of data. Obviously, it's going to be something that hackers might be interested in. So on the other side of that, cybersecurity roles might be more prevalent. Another thing is sensors. So the self-driving car is just covered in sensors. You know, it needs to understand the things around it and image processing, radar, and things like this. So that's another business line that could really pick up in the future. Of course, it's a huge growing market anticipated to reach 197 billion by 2023 or 2030, sorry. And when we talk about the moral dilemma situation, we actually have a video about that just to understand more.
This is a thought experiment. Let's say at some point in the not-so-distant future, you're barreling down the highway in your self-driving car, and you find yourself boxed in on all sides by other cars. Suddenly, a large, heavy object falls off the truck in front of you. Your car can't stop in time to avoid the collision, so it needs to make a decision. Go straight and hit the object, swerve left into an SUV, or swerve right into a motorcycle. Should it prioritize your safety by hitting the motorcycle, minimize danger to others by not swerving, even if it means hitting the large object and sacrificing your life? Or take the middle ground by hitting the SUV, which has a high passenger safety rating? So what should the self-driving car do? If we were driving that boxed-in car in manual mode, whichever way we'd react would be understood as just that, a reaction, not a deliberate decision. It would be an instinctual, panicked move with no forethought or malice. But if a programmer were to instruct the car to make the same move, given conditions it may sense in the future, well, that looks more like premeditated homicide. Now, to be fair, self-driving cars are predicted to dramatically reduce traffic accidents and fatalities by removing human error from the driving equation. Plus, there may be all sorts of other benefits: eased road congestion, decreased harmful emissions, and minimized unproductive and stressful driving time. But accidents can and will still happen, and when they do, their outcomes may be determined months or years in advance by programmers or policymakers. And they'll have some difficult decisions to make. It's tempting to offer up general decision-making principles like minimize harm, but even that quickly leads to morally murky decisions. For example, let's say we have the same initial setup, but now there's a motorcyclist wearing a helmet to your left and another one without a helmet to your right. Which one should your robot car crash into? If you say the biker with the helmet because she's more likely to survive, then aren't you penalizing the responsible motorist? If instead you say the biker without the helmet because he's acting irresponsibly, then you've gone way beyond the initial design principle about minimizing harm, and the robot car is now meting out street justice. The ethical considerations get more complicated here. In both of our scenarios, the underlying design is functioning as a targeting algorithm of sorts. In other words, it's systematically favoring or discriminating against a certain type of object to crash into. And the owners of the target vehicles will suffer the negative consequences of this algorithm through no fault of their own. Our new technologies are opening up many other novel ethical dilemmas. For instance, if you had to choose between a car that would always save as many lives as possible in an accident, or one that would save you at any cost, which would you buy? What happens if the cars start analyzing and factoring in the passengers of the cars and the particulars of their lives?
Oh, I think you guys get the idea of all the complexities that come with self-driving cars. So this is why one of the biggest threats is ethics and public perception. So Tesla actually has a vehicle that's self-driving, and one of the vehicles drove somebody to the hospital and saved their life, where another one actually didn't recognize a motorcycle as a human and ran it over. So it can go either way. Another huge threat, like I mentioned, is data breaches and security hacks, and also law enforcement. So again, who's liable if there is no driver? Is it the computer programmers back at the shop, or is it the manufacturers? Things like this. And the last one is loss of government revenue, because there are going to be less traffic laws that are being broken. It's less tickets that are sent out, less revenue for the government.
Of course, self-driving or autonomous vehicle, as you may refer to it, is already in the market and they are already around us. And to some extent, I think the introduction into self-driving has been gradual. We've not just been dropped into it all of a sudden. First started with assisted driving software, where your vehicle can help you keep to your lane. It can help you control your steering. It can help you brake so that you don't hit something ahead of you and all that. Then gradually now we're moving into a full autonomous vehicle level 5. And these are the companies that are leading the whole force. We know most of us are aware of Tesla because they are the first to market, and they have like the debut product that they brought into the market in 2014. Then we also have Waymo. Waymo is from Google, it's powered by Google, and they started their own research, the whole endeavor in 2009. They already have about 3 different products also, but they are not as big, because Tesla is really big. They have all those gigafactories and they're producing in various continents around the world. Waymo is not, but we are also expecting that since self-driving vehicle is a fusion of both mechanical engineering and software engineering, Google has a lot of data that they could easily infuse into Waymo. So there's a potential for that company also. We have GM also in leading the force, and they also are really moving the path also. Then what should we know as managers? What are the things that we should be aware of? Number one, we believe that we should know that our business environment has changed. Just as we know the evolution of motor vehicle, every civilization has been driven, or growth of every civilization has been driven by ability of people to move from one place to the other. And in the last 100 years, we've started with, 150 years. Started with horses, donkeys, horses. That's where we got the horsepower thing from when we moved into the cars and then gradually. Right now, we now have cars that will be driving themselves. It's a total shift, it's a total evolution from what we had before. And it's really going on very fast. We must know that external environment has changed. Technology as an enabler has really changed, and that, however we want to look at it, is coming into the business world, and it will impact how and what we do. The risk management, a lot of risks are now coming into play. For instance, we mentioned earlier that the vehicle collects data as it drives. As you also connect your phone, your iPhone, your pad, and all to the vehicle, it exchanges data, which means that if anybody can hack into your vehicle, it can have access to the connected devices. And when you get back to work or to your home, it can also have access also. It just keeps spreading that way. So we must know that the technology environment has really brought in a new level of risk. Then talent management, the kind of knowledge that we need and the skill set that will be needed in the next few years are also changing very rapidly. Cybersecurity is becoming very important. Software engineering is becoming very important. Even analytical thinking is also very important, and all those soft skills are very, very important. And if you are managing your talents, you need to know that the training and what people should be exposed to differs per time, and we must be prepared. Corporate social responsibility is another one, because as these technologies move, it affects the environment, it affects the society. Therefore, we must give back to the society however it should be. Stakeholder and corporate governance practices must be balanced to ensure that everybody is satisfied. Our recommendation as a team for this emerging technology is that, number one, stay informed. Know exactly what is going on as much as you can. At least know something about something that is happening. Then develop a strategy. That might involve going into R&D. It might involve investing or collaborating with a tech firm so that you know exactly what is going on. And then invest in talent, because your core capital will be human capital. You must invest in people who will know something about these things that we are talking about, and evaluate operational efficiency per time. If it is bringing results, then you should put in more. If it is not, know exactly what you need to do to get the best returns. Then ethical concern must also be addressed. Machines are not the best to make ethical decisions. It is human beings that will make ethical decisions. So human beings must act ethically and instruct the machine also to act likewise. Future trends that we should all know that would all come up is the fact that infrastructure adaptation would change, because now we were talking about the infusion of autonomous driving and electric vehicles. And for these cars to function properly, there must be transmission towers. And that is also where 5G technology comes in, because it hits the communication speed, and also data warehouses and all the various softwares that work at the data station. And then for the greenhouse emission concerns also, we are moving into green technologies like the wind turbine you're seeing here, and other less negatively impactful energy production ways. So all that infrastructure development is very important to ensure that they succeed. The other one is the new business model. The business model, as we knew it before, has changed, and it's changing and it has really changed, because now technology and electronics is what really drives automobiles now. Then smart cities is also erupting. That you understand what smart cities are, right? Because now governments and authorities that are running a city can now develop how things should flow, and there are sensors that indicate what should be per time. Finally, we want to do a quick test to test our knowledge. Thank you.
If you were listening, that first team gets all the travel points.
Your username and password.
So get into groups 2 or 3 like we normally do.
Yeah, and then just any team or a regular team.
No, it's not you want one. Like you need. Yeah, you play.
Your name comes.
Yes. It's fine.
Okay, ready?
Yes.
All right.
That is.
It's such a lush.
Loves.
Yeah, for some.
Okay, last question.
With SLSD. Oh, Stand up, Luther, stand up. Luther, stand up, stand up.
Share the bed. 3.5, 3.5 choco points.
10 choco point winners.
Very name. There's no choco points.
Thank you, everybody. Any question? Everyone wants choco points. Everyone wants choco points. No.
Perhaps. Let's have the paper card. This paper card. For the next
Who's the next?
He said switch.
Oh, no, when I will.
Not going to be. I think it says switch for each presentation. I had to say switch for each presentation.
Okay. I know.
You're done so fast.
सबसे बेकार thing है जो मैनेजर्स वाला पेज मैनेजर से बैठे तो कुछ नहीं मतलब
Participate4ev.com. Smartphone and 4ev.com, Kim7, everybody can participate this written card. Yeah, you can use laptop or you can use smartphone. Even guest also can use it. Onlybe.com Kim7. Can anybody see the question?
Yes.
Yes.
The team is not here to see it.
I do not accept any more this kind of thing, so don't bother, right? So what is that? The best presentation ever.
Compared to which one? They got a 7 out of 10.
We have 10 more seconds. So Mary and Ayo. Wait presentation.
Thank you.
PowerPoint. Presentation was interesting. Presentation used the time well. Okay, so let me invite you to the D2L. Open. Self-driving car. So self-driving car group cannot participate this, okay? All others must participate. You have 1 minute to participate.
Survey assessments.
Assess, survey.
Okay. Best ever.
Okay, Google group, please come forward and prepare your presentation. So we will do 3 group and break, and then next.
Yeah, like after this, they'll run it back.
Google,
It's just like. వల్ల నేను అన్ని చోట్ల చెప్పినాను కట్టాల ఎడవల్ల
झगड़ा हो गया कुछ होता है जहाँ पे भी बात कर रहा होता है हाँ और जिस काम का Chair.
21 minutes.
పైకి మేనేజర్ చేస్తారు ये मैनेजर
But it's okay. It's not working on the battery. Yeah, you can try. Yeah, like
No, this wasn't the one you brought the last time. Not this one.
this is a different laptop. It's from the library, so I cannot control. No, I don't have a laptop. Oh, okay. So every Friday I went to the
भाई मेमोरी लिखवा के रहते
एक आगे पे लिख रहा था
तो बाहर लिख रहा हूँ तो मैं काट लेना अब ना आ रही पूरा स्क्वायर क्वेश्चन याद है क्या सिक्योरिटी क्वेश्चन का आंसर और याद रखना पड़ता है निखिल भाई सुनो मजाक HDMI पोर्ट कहाँ बना देगा तुम्हें और तुम अपने लैपटॉप से होकर चलेगा हाँ पोर्ट बना देगा अब किधर हो गया Sure. Yeah.
I'll get my tax back. It was working great. But it's fine, very. Let me know if you're ready.
You can share.
I'll be doing the girl between round one and round two.
Well, in the last meeting, so she needs to show her.
So you just, yeah, already.
Oh, really? All right. Stop.
Mine is one. You.
So it should. Okay. And line of please. Okay, so line of. Photographers.
Please, everyone. Something funny. Something funny.
Okay, thank you. Next group.
So, yeah.
Okay, next group, Google. So can you give big hand?
Thank you, everyone, and sorry for the breaking transmission. Okay, so we are Team Google, and this is our team. My name is Amida Sadigun. I have Ibiemi Mizu, Miriam Salaudin, Sheila Angele, Said, Nikhil, and Samuel Adeleke. So we are consultants and you are business managers, and so we are here to propose the use of Google in your businesses. This is the agenda for today. We have Google as a company, Google products and services. Selected products for managers, benefits of using Google products and services for managers, the risk associated with its implementation, who competitors and class activity and recommendation. Okay, so just a little bit of context about Google. It was founded in 1998 by Larry Page and Sergey Brin, and the CEO is Sunday pitching, headquartered in US. So I'm sure we all know, we all use Google, so we really know much about it. Okay, so just a bit of numbers about Google. Over 1 billion users use Google Chrome, YouTube, Gmail, and they have over 2 billion monthly active Android devices. 800 million users use the Google Drive and Google Photos. I'm sure most of us have, you know, when you open your phone and you get the memory from your pictures that you took like years ago. We have Google Assistant and over 1 billion hours of YouTube videos watched every day. I know I'm one of the people that watch YouTube videos. So these are numbers behind Google. And as a company, they are major shareholders. They control over 58% of the ad revenues. Baidu, which is one of a search company, controls 15%, Amazon 14%, Bing 6%, and we have others as well. But we can see that Google actually owns a lot of the revenue. Then from the adoption of cloud, we can see we have Dropbox, Google Cloud, Microsoft Azure, but Google, in terms of the usage, over 50% of people actually use Google for their adoption of cloud services. So for Google as a company, they focus on the users. So when they're implementing changes, when they're bringing new products, their main goal is to make sure that their users can use the products effectively, efficiently, and it's easy to use. So even when they're transforming or they're updating their service, you won't even notice. I know if you're celebrating maybe like an activity for Christmas, for example, if you search on the Google search, you can see they have some pictures which is attractive and encouraging to people. So now I'll hand over to my next colleague.
Thank you, Anand. So, may I ask you all a question? How many products does Google have? Any guesses in here? Okay.
More than 5.
More than 100? 5. One. Anyone else?
Just give me 1 second.
1,000. So Google has more than 270 products. So we have mentioned some of those here. And next slide. Some of them are here. So every day we are using one or the other products of Google actually, without even knowing that it's managed and handled and owned by Google. So we have focused on 10 products here. So we'll start with Google Workspace. Google Workspace includes your spreadsheets and your presentations and all, which actually lets you to collaborate with your team. And the other one is Google Analytics. Google Analytics helps you to track your website traffic, where the customer is coming to your website, what he's doing, basically analyzing the behavior of a customer. Next one is Google AdWords. We all know pay-per-click. We all are using simulation in our strategic management. And the other one is Google Cloud Platform. Google Cloud Platform is a cloud computing software by Google. It has competitors in the name of Microsoft and Amazon. We'll discuss that later as well. And Google AdSense, Google Maps. Google Maps we use on daily basis. So Google Maps for a business decision, a person can upload his details, and a business can give their location, their contact numbers, and all those things on Google Maps for the business. Google Tag Manager is also a software in which you can track website traffic. Google My Business. Google My Business is helpful for a local businessman. He can add his business details and the operation hours, and when the business is closing down and when the business is opening in the morning, all those details which can help the customers. And Google Optimize. Google Optimize basically lets you analyze and compare different web pages of your own website. So you can compare whether one website is better for you or the other website is better for you, and you can just have a call on that. And the last one is Google Shopping. Google Shopping is like you can upload the actual pictures of your product catalog and your products, so that if a person searches on the Google, so that your product should pop up first, right? So we'll just have a look at a funny video here. If Google was a guy.
No audio.
There's no audio.
It's very
Yeah.
Next! I said next!
Oh, excuse me.
Oh, no, come on in. Today is Jackson Pollock's birthday, so we're celebrating his particular style of painting.
Why farts smell?
One of the most important painters of all time, and you want to know why farts smell, so there you go.
How to pronounce Dogecoin?
How to tell if pregnant?
Oh boy. How to tell if pregnant? Jennifer!
Flight to Washington.
Bank transfer all money to Dogecoin how?
Okay, Glass. Search avoid being bullied for wearing Google Glass.
Flight to Washington State.
I knew you made that mistake.
I think your F key is stuck.
Why longitude shaped like an orange slice?
Can sue for screen door injured?
Where to buy pet Russian dolphin?
Why do my farts smell?
Tent. Doing a little camping, huh?
Tentacle hentai.
Oh, come on!
This is the SWOT analysis. People who use most of Google gadgets, majority of us use Google Maps on our phones, So these are some of the products that they've moved into the market and have been able to also use it to get a larger market share compared to other competitors. Now, we also have the strong brand awareness recognition. If I ask anyone here now, who knows what Safari is, I'm sure just very few of us will be able to say what Safari is. Safari is actually the Apple's web browser. But if I ask anyone here who knows Google Chrome, everyone knows Google Chrome. So this is one of the things that we consider as their strength. An innovative culture, they've tried as much as possible to move beyond the limits. They've consistently set limits for themselves, and each and every time they try as much as possible to surpass their limits. So they are innovative. Their weakness, excessive reliance on ad revenue. Amidat mentioned the other time that in terms of ad revenue market share, they had about 50% in the last year. But when you look at it compared to what Google actually does, to their business operations and the products that they offer, the ad revenue was about 80%, constituted 80% of their revenue. What this means for Google is that when ad revenue ceases to exist, it means that Google is in trouble. So the second is concerns about its privacy policy. We've had issues where people have come out, organizations have come out to say, oh, Google's data privacy policy is a scam. So this is somewhat like a setback for them. And this is something that they are also considering to improve. They came out to actually say that, oh no, our data privacy, we do not divulge our data privacy to other people as well. But the perception has been made and they are trying to improve in this regard. For opportunities, because of time, I'll just be moving through. For opportunities, the AI, machine learning, and other emerging technologies, it's definitely a big space. And this awards an opportunity for Google to be able to tap into this space because there's always emerging technology. So the more they can do, the better for them. For cloud computing, the cloud computing space has evolved like over a decade, but at the same time, it's still something that, it's still fast growing. So this is an opportunity for them to see how they can get a grasp of the market share. Now, the virtual reality, autonomous vehicle, wearable technologies, phones and co. We know the Google wristwatch. These are some of the wearable technologies. Now, for the threats, we have the emerging technologies. We have the intense competition. We have the never-ending lawsuits and privacy. Most of us are aware of the Google and Oracle case in Model 2. We all did that. So this is part of the never-ending lawsuits and privacy issues. Now, we also have cybersecurity threats. I wouldn't want to say much on that because IB already mentioned about the threats that Google, that they have. At this point, I would like to call on Zahid to continue.
Thank you so much. Apologies for all the technical glitches. Let's do something interesting, and which is the class activity. So we'll be going through the questions, and like you can see the Google, it's kicking out everyone in the competitors. So there's no competition at all. We all are competing for choco points. Everyone knows that. So, so we have to guess the answers right now. We'll be displaying some of the questions. Can we go on the next slide, please? Yeah, so this is the first question. And like, this is a very, generic way, we don't use Kahoot. So I want you guys to answer. Anyone can raise their hand and volunteer. Just hold on, I'll just read out the question. I'm a cloud computing platform and service offered by Microsoft. Guess the product name. Yeah, to me.
Google Drive.
Okay, that's the right answer.
Where?
Azure. So Microsoft Azure. That's right. So here's the Google kicking out Azure in the market sales. Let's go on the next question. I'm a virtual assistant designed by Amazon. Guess the product name.
Alexa.
She gets the point. That's the right answer. Good job, Shu. Alexa. And now let's go. I'm a default web browser for iOS device, also developed by Apple. Safari. There you go, Balvinder. You're the right. Let's go on the next one. All right, so you can see that. I'm a virtual reality platform developed by Facebook. Guess the product name.
Meta.
Sorry?
Meta.
Meta. No, that's wrong answer. Anyone else? Yeah. Anyone else?
Can I have a try? Like marketplace?
No.
NFT.
Virtual reality platform. Yeah, you have to raise your hand, please, before answering.
Don't check. No, let's check. We can Google it.
Anyone? Do you have any volunteer for that? Any guesses? Trade gets it. Yeah, Oculus is the right answer. So Oculus VR, in 2014, the company bought Oculus VR. You can see this, like Google is just kicking it off. So let's go to the next slide. Yeah. I am mapping tool application developed by Baidu. Here's the product name.
No. It's like Baidu Map. Baidu Map.
All right, you. That's the right answer.
Yeah.
You can see Google just jumping on Baidu, you know.
Questions too.
All right, so let's move to the next slide. So I'm a Chinese e-commerce shopping.
Alibaba.
That's the right answer. Sarah gets the choco. All right, so Google Shopping is the competitor of Alibaba.com right now. It's competing it. So you can see it's jumping over the Alibaba.com. So, you know, in the sales and everything. Let's go on the next slide, please. So here are the 5 major companies, six major companies which are competing Google. So let's take the first example, which is Microsoft. We have Windows OS, we have Bing, Azure. Then we have Amazon with AWS system, Alexa. We have iOS versus Android, Safari and Chrome. And we have virtual assistant Siri in that. We have Facebook, Oculus, advertising platform, Baidu search engines, mapping tool. And in Alibaba, we have marketplace and cloud computing. Now I want to go for the recommendation, and that will be done by Sheila, who is online. Thank you.
Thank you, Zahid. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Awesome. So as a business, you've seen all the products that Google has created so that your business can work efficiently. Google's strategy can be summarized in one sentence: 100% web-based business applications that use internet services and that can be accessed through a browser. So we have so many benefits that your business can draw from Google. There's collaboration. Something like Google Workspace, your workers are able to go in, collaborate, share ideas real time. They can log in anywhere, anytime, from any device. That is really important for a business because all businesses are trying to be competitive, and these are the tools that will give you an edge. Something like planning using the Google Calendar. You can decide when and where to have your meetings on the go. Advertising. Google has 58% of the market share, and that is because they do it really well. This is an advantage to your business because you're able to be visible to your customers, and that's what matters. And something like the Google Ads, you're able to go in, you're able to see what works, what doesn't work, and you're able to change your search engine so that they're able to optimize and be targeted towards what your customer needs. So as a business, there are so many tools. We've focused on 10, but as you can see, Google has over 270 products. We focused on 10 because we feel like those are the ones that your business can gain from. And so you're able to use these, put them in your toolkit, and these are some opportunities for you to grow your business using Google. So we hope that you've learned a lot more about Google from our presentation, and we hope that your business will be able to use some, if not all, of the tools that Google provides. Thank you. We are ready now for any questions that you may have.
Yeah, thank you. We can have the question if you guys want. That's it from our side. Thank you so much, and sorry for the technical glitches once again.
Thank you very much.
No. Oh, I said it's like 90 minutes or something. I think I did. It's now 25. Okay, I'll check.
Start तुम करोगे ना तुम वहाँ रहो तेरा बात हो first we have to do this survey so wait for that I'll help you I'll be with you there will be approximately less time to have a meeting
Steve
And now team.
Oh, I forgot. Like so ready for the presentation. First thing will be the quality.
Can I last this? Space this and then I will follow. Okay,
Yes. I'll give you the mark.
Okay, let me invite you to the survey part. I Google. Google Group do not participate in this survey. You have 1 minute.
Exam attendance very good. Just now.
The next group, wear of computer, please come forward.
Way your deck. Steve, you're not presenting? Yes.
When do you want to take what group?
We'll take in.
Yes. So just remind me. Yes.
Can I start? Timer. दे दिया ना इसलिए मुझे परेशान हो रहा है.
No, just give 1 minute.
Can you close that things?
Okay.
What was that?
Just pop off.
So now this group is wearable computer. Can you give big, can you start now?
I think you told me to do it, not wrong.
See you later. This is my uniform. High tech uniform.
Okay, next group is wearable computer. Can you give big?
You guys stop, wait for me, wait. Oh, no, I've fallen, I can't get up. I wish there was some technology out there that could call 911 for me.
Oh, Steve.
Okay, guys. Hi, we are Team Funny and we have. Sorry. And we have. We are Team Funny and.
Back again.
And we are presenting on wearable computers. So what is a wearable computer? Let me explain you by my friends. I have 3 of my friends. They have amazing wearable computers. So let's start with Balwinder. He has a smart jacket.
It was a very hectic day. Let's play some music, actually, just to refresh. Come on, guys. Come on.
Thank you, Balwinder. It's an amazing jacket. So we have I have another friend, Shu. Shu, please, I'm feeling very hungry. Do something for me.
Yeah, let me show you magic.
Nice. Thank you.
Something very interesting.
Yeah.
So my phone is dying.
Okay.
I'm gonna charge my phone right here.
Another smart jacket we have. Sorry, guys. Okay, I have another demo from my friend. Steve, show us what you have.
I've got this lovely little digital paper where I can go and take notes. Oh, shoot, I broke my pen. Oh, you know what? I can take pictures of it too. I'll take a picture of the screen.
So this he'll upload on T2S. So everyone can access that. So this is what is wearable computer is. I can see some of the heads are not shaking, so it's not that much explainable. Let me show you a video.
All right. Okay.
So I hope now you guys have an idea. I'll enjoy my toast.
Thank you. Okay, now I'll give you some knowledge. Enough with the fun. Okay, so the first smartwatch, which we can say was a calculator in 1975. Then 82, TV watch. Can you imagine? Then keyboard watch. Next, Apple Watch, kinda Apple Watch, not the real Apple Watch, but kinda Apple Watch. The first wireless computer watch, 1994. 1998, the first wireless. The first modern watch, which had different kind of features and everything, 2009. And the first smartwatch, which we can say smartwatch, was 2014, before even the Apple Watch, which came in 2015. Now I'll just give you some glimpse of lifestyle of a smartwatch or the person who is using smartwatch. So the smartwatch user imagine or see themselves as really intelligent and everything. You see this tweet, you are still tweeting using your iPhone, but that person used it, the smart toilet. Okay. Now imagine this. Have you tried suicide? This is the message which is given by smartwatch. Let's see what happens. Okay, so never take your smartwatch seriously. Suspense. Now let's say your smartwatch is giving you instruction to go to sleep because you have a long walk next day. So when we go for the long walk, let's see what happens. Now the smartwatch is saying something went wrong. Why? Because the health services were not available, but it can help you if you have a baby at home. Loud environment, so that you can calm down your baby. Next. This is the last one, which I have to make you laugh. Just read it. I do had the smartwatch and everything, but I don't have anything right now.
You didn't even show your knife before having a knife.
I don't want to go there. I'm still scared. Okay, now I'll just give you some of the brief about how it can impact on certain businesses. To show, this is the first video. It is by the Naimi, one of the startup, which has developed as wearable and how it can help in different kind of office related stuff. We everybody know ECG. No more mess up like the team before us forgot the password. If they had this wearable, imagine. No more access card for UNB if they have this technology. But you can still get logged out after midnight. So don't stay after midnight, okay? Check your email.
I got that.
So do get the message that it is not really a user specific because it is built for the business. So the user who is wearing the watch or the wearable, it will act according to that user because it has that user specific, not user specific, but authentication specific instructions. Now let's see how it is benefiting different kind of businesses and sectors. So 4 major, which I'll be talking about healthcare. We all know we are using it. When I went for my track to Himalaya, I used it to track my oxygen level. It is very helpful anytime if you're going for a track or any trail or anywhere, it is really helpful to monitor your oxygen level as well as your heartbeat, everything. But healthcare is using it for so many things, even to calculate the insurance premium, which is one of the business case. It is used in the hotel industry to get the notification. Some of the variables are used as walkie-talkie as well. So they can get the instruction, they can reply back then and there. Next one, finance. Variables are getting popular in fintech for the payments, instruction notifications and everything, as well as for emails and everything. That is not limited with finance, but other businesses as well as transportation to get them the immediate push notifications on the order, which is coming up, delivery, where you need to go next, instruction on the drive, where is the next milestone and everything. That is what about the business case and everything. Hope I have not bored you enough.
Munaf is always with a lot of information. So I am not over here to bore. We are going to play a game. Okay. And that's a bingo. Okay. What you'll be doing is I'll be sending you a bingo over the WhatsApp group Chetan will be forwarding it. What you need to do, what you need to do, just when you just click on the photo, go to edit and just mark a 0 or anything, whichever you feel like whichever is correct in your case. Okay. This it will be sent on the MBA main group. So we don't want to keep any confusions. Okay. Chetan, have you sent? Okay, and we'll be showcasing all the whatever it is. Okay. Okay. So here is it. Okay. So have you sent it? Guys, have you got it?
Yes.
Okay. MBA, main MBA group.
You want the answer on the group?
Just
Open
keep
it.
with yourself, open it.
Keep your answers with yourself in your phone only.
Okay.
Yeah. You have 2 minutes to answer, guys. Till the music stops.
Okay. So how many of you got all 20? Okay, you got all the 20s. Okay. So you lied or so
I lied.
okay, that's good. Okay. From 15 to 20. Nobody? Okay. Have you guys attempted or not? Okay. So come on. About 10.
Sorry, but
Okay. Is there any confusion? Like 10 of those checks. Nobody?
I think they are confused.
Why?
Instructions.
Huh? Okay.
You just have to cross
All whatever
or
you've done.
check mark, whatever either is related to you or you have done.
Use that.
Like I have this smartwatch, I'll just cross it.
Okay.
I have bought it but never used, I will cross it. Like that.
Let's try it once more.
Yeah, let's try for you.
So if you wear your smartwatch as a fashion accessory, just cross it. If you have bought different straps for the same watch, cross this one. If you use your watch for payments, cross this one. If you use watch for clicking pictures as well, cross this. So this is how you have to cross the check boxes. And as many boxes you cross, that's your score. That's your score.
Okay.
Okay, quickly, 30 seconds.
I see.
Are you done?
Yes,
Okay. Okay, let's again come with the score. 15 to 20 checks. Only one. You don't need choco points or what? Okay, about 10. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. I think so. We already have 5 people who are above 10. Okay, come on. 5, above 5, 5 to 10. Is there any person who has 0?
Yes, I have.
So, we have 3. So
Raise your hand or stand up.
can you just? I want the 3 people who have not 0 score to stand up,
Yes.
please. If you see, have a zero, kindly stand up.
They're smart people, they don't need smart watches.
Yes.
They are most aware people, so they get all the choco points, 2 points to each of them. Okay, so now we move forward.
Well, you have not resolved the problem. We have zero, so it was a smartwatch.
Okay.
Get this one.
So we have understood the usage of a smartwatch in different businesses. But what are some of the risks with it? Well, let's see. Opportunities as well as some of the risks. Basically, we are demonstrating how and what smartwatch can help you with. It is widely used in healthcare, as I mentioned. It can give you notification if you're feeling sleepy or your heart rate is really high or you're not able to breathe properly or you have met in an accident. It can notify the medical facility so that you get the proper help and on-time help. And it has an inbuilt feature of getting you ECGs and other vital information for health that you can share with your doctor. And in some cases, it is used to calculate insurance premiums as well, which I mentioned already earlier. See, so that's what is one of the business case. Some of the insurance companies and other apps as well are trying to promote the healthy lifestyle by providing you the incentives. Some cases you're getting the points, some cases you're getting the rebates on insurance premiums or points which you can redeem against a certain shopping sites like Amazon and other insurance providers as well. Okay. But with this, it has its own risks. What could be? Because how much technology we want around us? Let's see. Future. So how much technology we want around us? Let's see. If we're really that tech savvy. Okay. So before we open floor for question and answer, if you have any. So it is the balance all the organizations are trying to drive between the technology and how much we want to use the technology for our day-to-day life. Any question? No? Before we end, just one more video. We all know how you fake your health data. So it's just not about smartwatch, it is about how you use smartwatch. Thank you.
Can you go to the first screen so we can take a group photo? So, where is your name? Next one. Yes. So can you line up please? Photographers, how many photographers? Only one? I need one more. Okay, so. Okay, say cheese.
The toaster. Yeah, it is the toaster.
Okay, do something.
Yes.
Yeah.
Let's do like this. Let's do like this.
I don't have.
Say cheese. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Where is the toast for me? Where's the toast for me? I don't want that.
Thank you. Now let me invite you. Someone everywhere.
Give me the toast.
Whoever who comes to please write your comment, please.
This is like my dinner. You didn't get it.
I can't see. Yes, Steve, what's up? Asking that we can't see the comment. Yeah, we can't see the comments, sir.
There's nothing to address that.
We're very sad. She had extra chocolate points for this afternoon. It's okay.
Okay, 10 more seconds. Okay, let me invite you to the detailed survey. So survey is open. So wherever comfortable, do not participate in survey. Everybody except you're comfortable, please participate in this survey, and if you complete survey, then we can take a break, 20 minutes, so let's resume 8:10.